Hello everybody and welcome to 2020. Happy New Year. My name is Shanda and I live along the Continental Divide in Idaho. I am a long arm quilter and in 2019 we embarked on 182 different 4x5 quilt blocks from the 4x5 Quilt Block Anthology by Carol Hopkins and Linda Koenig. And I was hoping to have all of them done in 2019, but I was shy by 12. So today I have 6 for you, and then I also will have 6 for you the first part of next week, and I will have more information on how you can win your quilt top done, quilted by me here in Idaho for free. But our blocks this week, today's video is going to be a little bit of a vlog, if you will. So I'm going to give you the blocks first, and then I may open a very special package, 2 packages that are coming to me in the mail today. And join me this afternoon as I make my no knead crusty bread recipe. Number 171 this week is called Sapphire, and this was a really pretty block to put together. The next one I used the same fabric around the outside edge. It's called 15 cents. It's 172. 173 is called Split Star. This one is just very beautiful. It's a contrasting, highly contrasting block, and I love it. It's very pretty. 174 is called Framework, and I variated from the one in the book. I needed more cheddars and browns in my quilt top. So here is 174. 175 is called Mountain View. Pretty much true to the colors in the book. They're all really fun blocks. I'm glad I've persevered with. 176, I believe, is the last one, is called Blue Jay. But I did mine in greens. I needed a little bit more green. And to be quite honest, I'm trying to use up the scraps that are left from this whole project. I didn't have many blues. I've been using a lot of blues. So I found 3 greens that I had the right measurements for. And here is 176 Blue Jay. 2 other really quick things, and then we're going to go make some bread and open up some packages. In the current issue of American Patchwork and Quilting, there's an article down here in the very bottom. 5 things your long arm quilter wants you to know. And it's a very good article. I'm thinking of recommending it to my new clients that come to me to have quilts done. It's entitled Fabulous Finishes, and there's some do's and don'ts down here. But the second page and third page are just some questions and answers to long arm quilters. And since I'm a long arm quilter, I've been long arm quilting since 2004. I had my machine since 2004, and I have a Gamma Classic Plus, and it is here in Idaho in my quilting studio. What is something you wish people knew about hiring a machine quilter? Number 1 is, well, the first and most important, the only reason I will give, we're all different. We all have likes and we all have dislikes. Some of us have computerized machines. Some of us have free motion machines that are not computerized that we are allowed to do free motion on. Follow a pantograph. Those are the bread and butter of the industry, and they probably always will remain that way. Free motion. I like the uniqueness. I like the design capabilities that free motion quilters have. We are highly creative individuals. So when you're looking for a long arm quilter, you need to see what style they like to quilt in, whether it's computerized or non-computerized. I prefer Civil War quilts. This quilt behind me, I just finished over Christmas, and it is all free motion by me. I prefer the more traditional Civil War type quilts. I think each quilter is different, so don't expect one quilter to do this very same thing on a quilt that another quilter did. The second question is, how big should the backing be? That's an excellent question, and one that I run into troubles with all the time. If your quilt top is 100 by 100, it needs to be 5 inches, at least 5 inches bigger all the way around. So I would need a backing and a batting that is 110 by 110, 5 inches on each side and 5 inches on top and bottom. Things, what is your favorite design or motif to quilt? I love feathers. I love ribbon candy. I'm not a big stippler, although I will do it. To me, it just makes it look not as pretty as it could be, not as creative quilting as quilting could be. But very good article. I highly recommend you pick up this copy. Now, it's out on the newsstands now. I'm seeing it everywhere. The last thing before we go make bread and open up a package is I just got this book for my granddaughter for Christmas, Jan Brett's The Snowy Nap. And it is a story about a cute little hedgehog who kind of decides to delay his winter nap for some winter fun activities, building snowman, seeing his little owner skate on a pond. I'm a big ice skater. I love to ice skate. I love to ski. Love all kinds of winter outdoor sports and activities. But anyway, the thing I want to highlight in this book is the illustrations. I don't know if you can see those, but they are a child's book illustrator or an artist of any kind, I think, is magnified the more detail they put into the pictures. This picture shows the hedgehog curled up here on the windowsill, and he's in a cute little quilt. But this author and this book is so highly detailed. I love it. I will buy a children's book just for the pictures. She's got lace around all the pages that she's done. Just a very well written and illustrated book. So with that, let's go make some bread. I generally use Wheat Montana flour. My sourdough starter is made with their whole spelt flour, but for general baking and bread baking with yeast, I do use their natural white premium all-purpose flour. Here are some of the ingredients, and I will list them on the screen here as we go along. I had previously incorporated the flour and the yeast together, and then the salt and the sugar. And I took a slotted spoon and mixed those ingredients even together till they were well incorporated. I like to make sure the yeast and the sugar and the salt are evenly dispersed throughout the dry mixture, the flour. And then I added the hot water, and I used my hands to incorporate and make a dough. This bread is baked in a Dutch oven, in a very hot oven, to get a really crusty, crunchy outer edge. And it was so nice to work with because the dough was so nice and warm. It was a beautiful, beautiful dough, very shaggy texture to work with it. But I love this recipe because it's not what I would call a babysitter recipe. You don't have to watch it and be exact on your timing. Cover it with plastic wrap, and I even cover it with a towel so it has a nice warm environment in which to rise and get happy. I'm having lunch with some girlfriends. Sorry, the light is kind of weird across my face. But it's sunny today, and I'm gonna go have some salad. Okay, we're back. It's about 8 hours later, and here you see me working the dough into a soft ball. It's a very sticky dough. You kind of gotta be careful. There's a tendency to add more flour, but here I am putting it on my parchment paper, and I let it rise again in the Dutch oven overnight. I formed my loaf, and then I let it rise again overnight. Kept the saran wrap on it, and then I just covered it up and let it sit overnight, and I actually baked it in the morning.